Well, that was an interesting week, wasn't it? Reminds me of the ancient Chinese curse, may you live in interesting times, which we certainly do at the moment. But emotions are running high, and we need to think as business people, what do we now do? Democracy is sometimes results don't go the way you'd want. Uh, but the harsh reality is now what? In many ways, this feels like a political crisis, a crisis of the political class, if you like, both here and in Europe, rather than necessarily an economic one. So the city dropped on Friday, but actually the FTSE 100 ended up broadly where it was a week ago. It's the speculators who caught a cold. Well, tough riddance. The pound dropped, but it makes exports cheaper. You won't get so many euros as when you go on holiday, but the reality is it doesn't make a huge difference, not at the moment. So it depends how the political classes handle this over the coming days and weeks. But from our viewpoint, come Monday morning when we're back at work and back in our businesses, nothing's changed. We've still got to be looking to attract prospects and convincing them that we're the right people. We need to still be maintaining our existing client base and looking after our existing customers and clients and making sure they value us and we value them. We still got to pay our staff, we still pay our bills, so nothing changes. So I think my advice would be ignore the rhetoric. Ignore most of what's going on in the media. They've got no idea what's going on any more than we do. They all have a view, and of course they've all got papers to sell and programs to make, so they'll have a view even if they can't think of one. Reality is from a social viewpoint, we haven't woken up to this horrible, nasty, racist society. All the majority have said is they've had enough and they don't trust the politicians. And as for Nigel Farage, the reality is, as far as I can see, well, the reason for UKIP to exist now disappears. So although he's crowing and saying think life is going to be good and he's going to take the Labour heartlands up north, I wouldn't be convinced of that. In particular, if Corbyn disappears and Labour get their act together in the end. So there's nothing to fear. So we now need to get on, be practical, be pragmatic, focus on what really matters. Respect the fact that whichever way the vote was gone, people were going to be upset and annoyed, but that's what democracy is all about. And we're able to express our views very freely and willingly, which is, a sign of some good health, if you like. So, but for now, put that to one side. Focus on paying your bills. Focus on getting your debts under control and seeing who owes you money. Focus on attracting prospects, converting them into paying clients, and then looking after them so that you've got a healthy, wealthy business. And as ever, the Business Growth Club will help you do just that. So let's have a good week. Let's focus on the things that really matter. And best of luck.